Hey everyone, it's Tammy at Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today is kind of a special day for me. I'm getting ready to make a soap in celebration. February 10th of 2021 is my 5th year anniversary of being in business, and I am super excited that I've lasted this long. And I just wanted to mark the occasion with a special soap. Well, if you've watched my videos in the past, you will know that I have completely changed my room around. I took everything out as best as I could, painted the walls, added cabinetry, a new table, everything. But when I was moving out my soap drying rack, my son Chase made me this wonderful drying rack. I love that thing. But when I was moving that out, I found something that had fallen behind. Let me show you. It's this. I made this bar of soap at least 4 years ago. It was early on. I have my old name. My old name was Closed Home Crafts, and I made a berry wine soap. So there's my old labels. I used to shrink wrap all of my soap, and that's my old label. I still have my hummingbird. Definitely updated my labels. But yeah, this is my old shape and everything. And it just brought back so many memories when I found this soap. And I just wanted to kind of do something special with this. I have only once made a wine soap, and that was this. I made this soap with wine, and I thought it would be really fun to just update this bar, kind of see where I was and where I'm at now. So I'm going to make a wine soap, and it's just kind of paying tribute to how far I've come in my soap making journey. And now I'm getting ready to make a new one. So a week or so ago, I did make some blackberry embeds for the top of my soap, and I have a whole mess of them here. And now today I need to prepare for my wine. So I found this wine at Walmart, and it is the most gorgeous color of wine. And I'm going to make a black raspberry vanilla scented soap. And I thought the cherry was very appropriate. It's Michigan cherries, and I just love the color. The color isn't going to come through on the soap, but I was just drawn to it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to heat this up and kind of boil it down, reduce all the alcohol out of it, and then I'm going to freeze it. And then when I come back, that will be frozen. And again, I'm not sure which fragrance I'm going to use. One of these discolors. I have Nature's Garden, and then I have the Candle Maker Store, Black Raspberry Vanilla. And I'll have to look at my notes again to figure out which one I was going to use. I don't want the soap to discolor too much. I might pipe on the top just for something extra. But while I'm deciding that, I'm going to go get my wine reduced, frozen, and when we come back, we're going to make our celebratory wine black raspberry and vanilla soap. I can't wait to see the difference between this soap that I made 4 years ago and the soap I'm going to make tomorrow with the wine. So I hope you stick around to watch. See you guys. So I'm going to make some blackberry embeds. Here's my embeds. Honestly, I don't remember where I bought this. I think it may even be a raspberry embed, but it's going to work for our purposes. I'm just going to get some melt and pour soap melted. When I buy melt and pour soap in a big block, the very first thing I do is take it out and I cut it into chunks. And then I don't have to cut it very much when it comes time to melting it. Maybe just like one. I'm gonna melt this. All right. It's pretty hot, but there's still quite a few chunks in here, so I'm just gonna let this sit for a second while I get my fragrance oil measured out. So I'm using Nature's Garden Black Raspberry and Vanilla. This fragrance is one that doesn't discolor. A lot of vanilla fragrances will get dark on you, so this one won't. And it's supposed to soap really well. So I'm just going to measure out about 2%. I want it to be a dark purpley black or blue for that blueberry look. I'm going to try to add soapberry purple. Soapberry purple from TKB. I'm going to add a little bit of this and maybe just a tiny little bit of black mica from Mica Zamora. Pitch black, right? Yeah, pitch black. Maybe 2 of those, pretty level. And I'm going to say color theory. I'm not very good at it. I'm going to say just 1 small little scoop of black. Let's see what it looks like. This is pretty close. It's kind of very much of a grape. But I really think I want just a little bit darker. Nervous. Let's try it again. Just maybe half a scoop. The alcohol evaporates off. There's no alcohol left in the soap. It just kind of disperses your micas so that they'll mix in. That's exactly what I was looking for. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Can you see that? It's a nice dark, still purple. It's still purple, but it's dark. Love it. Oh, here comes one. I'm going to move the camera down, maybe even a little closer. Okay, it's the next day, and I think I have a game plan. In here, I have my wine that I reduced down and then iced in the ice cube tray. And then what I did was I took my distilled water and I filled the ice cube tray back up with water, kind of got that slushy, and then topped it off with the rest of the water. I was going to do a full wine in my lye water, just 100% wine. I didn't realize that my batch size was just too big for 1 bottle of wine, so it was about half of my water is wine for my lye solution. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and I'm just going to slowly sprinkle this lye in, and I can see it's turning a little green on top, so it's going to discolor that. And I'm going to do this very slowly. The thing is, I'm really going to watch my temperatures on here. I have an unknown with this wine. This wine probably has a lot of sugar in it. So the sugar is going to speed up my trace. It's going to get thick faster. And it's going to maybe discolor a little bit. I would not be surprised if the wine discolored the soap batter. And I am just doing what I'm doing. I am going to pour a very little amount, stir it. If I find that this is getting too warm, I'm going to put it in a water bath and finish it off. I actually put my pot, after I weighed out my wine cubes, I put the whole thing in the freezer. So the pot is very, very cold too. So I'm hoping that'll help keep this temperature down. But a lot of the ice is already melted. It's that chemical reaction that happens with the lye when it hits that water, just gets hot. And you add sugar on top of that, and you just never know what's going to happen. So you just have to be very careful. I'm going to go ahead and turn you off and get this done because this could take up to 10 minutes. So, okay, I'm back, That did take about 10 minutes to get that lye dissolved in the wine slowly. And I had to do 2 different ice baths to keep that temperature down. A lot of times when you put lye into water, you're looking at temperatures like 180, which is fine. But when you have any other kind of liquid, whether it be milk or goat's milk or beer, wine, anything like that, you really want to keep your temperatures lower because it can burn. I did a cucumber juice once. Whew, that was trash. Oops. So any other liquid that you use, you really do want to keep it low. And this got up to 120, but most of the time it was at that 90, 95 degrees. And it was really interesting that the color when I first put the lye in turned it this ugly green. And I'm thinking, oh, what have I done? And then the longer I was mixing it, then it kind of turned into like this muddy brown. And then by the time I was done, it turned back into this really pretty reddish color. And right now it's probably, I would consider that a very, you probably can't see it, but it's maybe a bronzy, goldy red. It's pretty. It's not the color I want, and I'm wanting all of these colors, so I'll probably put some titanium dioxide in here to kind of offset some of that discoloration that not only that's going to cause, but also just the extra sugar is going to cause. So my colorants, really quickly, I am going to pipe on the soap. As long as this fragrance behaves, I'm going to pipe on the soap. If I find that it's not going to do well for that, I'll just have to change my mind at the last second, but I'm planning on piping. And I have in here just a little bit of a green. This isn't going in the soap batter or the soap itself. It's just going to be a little bit of green on the top. I have a pencil line tip and then a leaf tip. And then I'm going to do, this one is Glamour Pink by Micas and More. And it is so pretty. It's brighter than I was expecting, but it'll tone down with the soap. I have Micas and More. Nope, this is TKB, Soapberry Purple. This is one of my favorite purples. I really, really like this Soapberry Purple from TKB. And then I also am going to put some yellow in there. And it's Reborn Strong Yellow from TKB. And this is not a mica. I think it's a colorant because I really had to get my milk frother out and really get this mixed in well. If you don't do that, you have speckles in your soap. I mean, it doesn't hurt the soap. It just makes it look not as pretty. So that's the plan. The base is going to be white with my colors throughout and then piped colored flowers on top. That's my plan. My fragrance. When I wasn't sure yesterday, I couldn't remember which fragrance discolored. So thankfully, I checked my notes and I checked the websites. And Nature's Garden Black Raspberry Vanilla does not discolor, so I was going to go with that. But then I read further, and the safe usage rating on this is 3.5% of your oil weight. And I normally do a 5% oil weight by oil weight. And then, well, this one has a little bit of vanillin in it. So what I did, I mixed them. Let's just throw another wrench in the fire, right? Who knows what's going to happen when you mix fragrances? It kind of go wonky on you. But I did 3.5% of my fragrance oil in Nature's Garden, and then the Candle Maker store, I just topped it off to make it the 5% oil weight and fragrance. And so that's what this is. We'll see if that works out. Let me see what my temperature is here. It's 99. I think I'm just impatient, so I'm going to go with it. Okay. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. In here, I do have kaolin clay. So I'm going to mix that up real quick. And I'm also going to go ahead and put some titanium dioxide in here and be able to mix that up really well. Okay. I am going to strain. Can you see that color? It's an odd color. I can't even describe it. It's red, but it's rust. And it's just been so long, I'm not sure how much this wine scent is going to come through. Look how orangey that is. I'm hoping this will turn out okay. I'm being very careful not to overdo this. I'm just going to stir this in by hand. The Nature's Garden site is really good about telling you soap notes, like whether it rises or discolors or accelerates, anything like that. They're very, very good about that. They're not always right. What did I make? Oh, the ocean mist. Oh boy, that thing got thick fast, and it was not supposed to. It's hard. I mean, your recipe plays a part into that too. That is really, if I was making a pumpkin soap, this would be ideal. I don't know what this is going to do to my green. We're just going to go with it. It is thickening up on me a bit. Now, soap colors can morph after they've sat overnight. So it's actually, this orange is toning these colors down, and I'm not mad about it. I'm really not mad about it at all. I think I put too much oil in here. I'm going to put a little bit more soap in here, and I'll probably just do a little bit of a green swirl in the soap too. That kind of turned that muddy. Let me add a little bit more green. See if I can save it. I can't do anything with the yellow because I don't have time to mix it, because this is already, you know what, that's not too bad. Maybe I'll mix up a quick yellow real quick. Not much. Not much good. All right, more white in here. I gotta move. It's getting thick on me. I'm going to clean up a little bit, get these in the piping bags, and bring you back when it's ready to pipe. So, see you in a second. I don't think these are quite set up enough, but I'm going to see if I'm going to do it anyway. Probably making a mistake here. But I'm just going to randomly add in little flower rosettes on this one. It's still a little loose, but I think we're going to call it good. The red, it's weird how the colors can be different thicknesses. This is pretty runny, much more so than the other colors. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I was telling my husband that these colors would be beautiful in the fall. I probably couldn't recreate these colors if I tried. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. The colors are more in line with maybe a fall soap, and I think they're very beautiful colors. So I'm not going to be mad about it. I was worried about the fragrance oil discoloring, and it was the wine. So, but it is a celebratory soap, and you have to have glitter on a celebratory soap. So I'm going to add a little glitter because, you know, I have to. All right, enough. All right, and I'm not going to put this in the oven overnight. You probably have glitter in your screen. I'm not going to put this in the oven overnight. It's already going to be pretty warm. Probably will go through gel phase without me doing that. So I'm just going to spray it with some alcohol, cover it, and we will cut it maybe in a day or two. I'm anxious to cut it. There's not much coming out of there. All right, guys. Thanks. I have waited all day for this. Been at work all day, and all I could think about was coming home and opening up this box. So let's see what it looks like. So you can see, I didn't forget the blackberry embeds when I finished the soap. But I had changed my mind that I didn't want to put the blackberry embeds on there. And I do that every time I make embeds, it seems like. I just change my mind. But after I stopped taping, I thought, well, let's just put one on there. And so I put one on, and then I put two. I thought, you know, it doesn't look too bad with the blackberry embeds. So I kind of, you know, went a little crazy with them. So we are going to get this unmolded. I think the colors turned out beautiful on top. Very muted with the wine discoloration. But it's definitely a tan in color here. But let's see. There we go. So let's split this into logs. All right, they're cut, logged and burred. I don't know if you could see with the lighting where I was, and this may be too washed out. I'm really happy with them. Certainly the colors are more muted than I was expecting or wanting. The white turned a really, really pretty cream. Just the purple and the pink, everything is just a very soft color palette, and I think it goes well with the scent. It's actually, I think I can smell a little of the wine. I think that might go away, and then the black raspberry and vanilla will just be center stage. But I have to say, I love the tops. I'm just so happy with that. I'm happy I ended up putting the blackberry embeds in. That I need to maybe do that more often. If I'm going to say it, if I say I'm going to do it, I should probably just do it. Here they are, all cut up and cleaned up. I love them. I'm super, super happy with them. Let's bring in 4 years ago. 4 years ago. That was my bar, my wine soap, and this is today. I think I've come a long way. I'm really happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. And yeah, I look forward to another 5 years, and I can't wait to see, maybe in 5 years I'll do another wine, so it may be that long. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.